This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Howdy, folks. Welcome again to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. This is you all, the Big D to you. I'm back with another ranking. Today I'm going to be ranking the Oak Ridge Boys' 10 best songs. But these are the songs that are my favorite, in my opinion. I'm doing this video in memory of their member Joe Bonsall, whom we sadly lost last month. Now, of course, we lost Mr. Bonsall on July 9th, 2024. So I am respectfully dedicating this video in memory of him. Anyway, for many years, he, along with Dwayne Allen, William Lee Golden, and Richard Sturbin, were known to us as the Oak Ridge Boys. Sometimes we refer to them as the Oaks, and what have you. Now, of course, since his death, Ben James has taken over his performance. Well, his role. Well, you get what I'm saying. Anyway, I picked 10 of my favorite songs. And actually, these are songs that I'm mostly unfamiliar with hearing most of the time. Now, there are several other songs from the Oaks that are out there in the world of country music that I haven't even heard. Not that I can recall anyway, to be honest. So if one of your favorites isn't on this ranking, I do apologize. It's probably a song that I have yet to hear. I've heard these 10 songs on classic country radio, so and I hope this won't surprise you because my number one's gonna be a wee bit of a kind of a surprise or a shock to you or something like that. All right, that about covers it. All right, if you are ready, let's start this ranking. Sit back, relax, and here we go. Number 10 is I Wish You Could Have Turned My Head and Left My Heart Alone. Now, this was released as the third single from their album Bobby Sue. We'll see where the title track of the album winds up. Now, this song was actually originally recorded well, by Conway Twitty first for his album Crosswinds. However, I will say that Sonny Throckmorton, who actually wrote the song, actually did the song first before Conway did. It came off his album called The Last Cheers Waltz, which would later be a hit for T.G. Sheppard, who also covered the song the same year. The song eventually went to number 2 on the country chart. But anyway, I have heard this song, and I think it's a really, really good song. Definitely. Number 9 is You're the One. Now, this was released as the second single from their album that really put them on the map, the Y'all Come Back Saloon. We'll see where the title track of the album winds up. This song also reached number 2 on the country chart. Now, I will say that this is a good song written by Bob Morrison, and I kind of think this is You're the One in a Million in a way, but it's You're the One. That's actually. I mean, now, although it was originally done by Glenn Campbell first back in 1973, which of course influenced the Oaks rendition. The song was adapted twice, once by Hovey Lister and the Statesman Quartet the following year with gospel-themed verses, and by the ABC, by the American Broadcasting Company (ABC) in 1978 into their "We're the One" advertising campaign with a more 70s pop style, frequently featuring their network stars lip syncing the song. I never knew that and what have you. I know they actually had done Still the One by Orleans, though, but never this song. I'll have to see if I can find some bits with that. Anyway, I think this is a very good song by the Oaks. It's one of their good ones. Number 8 is Fancy Free. Oh, of course, although it's originally known with parentheses at first, I'm setting fancy free. This was released as the second single from the album of the same name, Fancy Free. This, of course, followed up Elvira. We'll see where that song winds up. Now, I will say this is a very good song, written by Roy August and Jimbo Henson. Now, this, of course, this was released as a single and in August of '81 and reached #1 and is considered to be one of the Oaks' signature songs. I kind of actually do agree in what have you. And it was during the peak of the Oaks' peak of popularity. So you gotta give them credit for that tune. I have to say, it's just an amazing song. I almost had forgotten about this song to try and make this because this was a tough. This took some time to figure out which 10 songs I've heard of the Oaks. But now, of course, I got it, and this song's on here, and I think it's an amazing song, and I really just love it. Number 7 is Come On In. Now, of course, there was another song, which was Come On In, You Did the Best You Could Do, but that's not the song, dude. This is just Come On In. This was released as the second single from their album Room Service in 1978. Now, unfortunately, this was the band's last release for ABC Records before it merged with MCA, which would be their home label for the next decade. Anyway, this song reached #3, and the song was written by Michael Clark. And I've got to say, this is a very good song. And I remembered hearing this song a whole lot. And it's just so cool. This song was also covered by the act Dave and Sugar, which they included on their album Tear Time, which came out the same year. But although they changed the title to Baby Take Your Coat Off, which of course that's part of the lyrics to the chorus of the song. But what can I say? I really do love this song. Come On In is a very good old song. Definitely. #6 is Trying to Love Two Women. Now, I've heard this song numerous times. This was released as the first single from their Together album in 1980. This song reached #1, written by Sonny Throckmorton. It would become the band's third #1, and it really was a pretty big one. Especially when I like how it starts out. Trying to love two women is like a ball and chain. Yeah. If you know that, then you know this is a good song. The Oaks do another exceptionally good job on this and what have you. Now, of course, this would be their third #1 after two of their songs, which I can't seem to recall hearing, which the first two #1s were I'll Be True to You in 1978 and Leaving Louisiana in the Broad Daylight, which was a recent hit for their previous single before this. Went to #1 the previous year in 1979. But I'll look into those someday, okay? But anyway, Trying to Love Two Women, definitely a very cool song, and I like it. #5 is Bobby Sue. Now, this is the title track of their 1982 release of an album, becoming the band's sixth #1 single. Written by Wood Newton, Dan Tyler, and Adele Tyler, this song eventually became another big hit for them. The song also crossed over into the Billboard Hot 100, making it another big crossover for them after Elvira, which is still ahead. Anyway, this song reached #12 on the Billboard Hot 100. Now, the song is styled much in the vein of a late 1950s, early 60s rock and roll song, as evidenced by its saxophone solo during the musical bridges. Yeah, that's one of the things I liked about the song. And it's named for the song's main character and described as the sweetest grape that ever grew on the vine, as the song says, and is in a sense about an 18-year-old woman's sexual awakening. The role of boyfriend, the song's protagonist, is filled by the singer. Anyway, yeah, I think this is a great song. You cannot go wrong with Bobby Sue. A great song. Love it. Number 4 is American Made. Now, this is the title track of their 1983 album, written by Bob DiPiero and Pat McManus. Now, this, of course, was the first single from the album and became the Oaks' seventh number one. This song it was also one of their biggest crossover hits, peaking at number 72 on the Hot 100. Well, factually, yes. So the song did pretty well. In the song, the narrator laments over so many other items that he needs for daily living, being foreign made with foreign sounding names, but is happy that his baby isn't this, but instead is what the song title says, from her silky long hair to her sexy long legs. Yeah, definitely. The song is so awesome and what have you. The song would later get made into a TV commercial jingle for Miller Beer. With the line, the song's course being changed from My Baby is American Made to Miller's Made the American Way. That's pretty cool and what have you. Anyway, American Made is such a good song. But please don't shoot me for having this next song a little bit low. Number 3 is, you guessed it, Elvira. The song was originally recorded by Dallas Frazier in '66 on his album of the same name. Though it was a minor hit, the song became much bigger for the Oaks and is now considered one of the Oaks' signature songs. Now, the title of the song was inspired not by the name of a woman, but by the name of a street in East Nashville, Tennessee. Now, the song's chorus bears a resemblance to the song Searchin', which was written by Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller and recorded famously by the Coasters. Anywho, there were numerous people who covered this song and what have you, including Kenny Rogers in the first edition, which reached the top 30. And also Rodney Crowell covered this. It was only a minor, well, a slightly minor hit. But the Oaks version, what can I say? It was really good. This, of course, was released as the first single from Fancy Free. Now, according to well, Dwayne Allen, he said when Frazier played the song WSM AM in '66, he had heard it once and never forgot it. That's when you know a song is a hit. Now, of course, Joe Bonsall, may he rest in peace, was on lead vocals, as well as bass singer Richard Sturbin on backing vocals for the chorus. I think you know that. Don't you know? You know what I'm saying? What have you? Anyway, this song became a mega hit. It reached the top. It reached number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100. It reached number 1 on Cashbox's Top 100 and became the group's 4th number 1. And it also went platinum. It also gave them a Grammy for Best Country Performance by a Duo or Group with Vocal. Now, there is a single and album, and I've heard them both and what have you. There have been re recordings of this, and there was more recently a video done that, of course, was done before Joe Bonsall's death, which you can find on YouTube. I haven't really watched it, but maybe I will. Elvira is a classic. You cannot go wrong with this. Number 2 is the Y'all Come Back Saloon. This is the title track of their 1977 album and reached number 3. It became the group's first top 10 hit, and this was the song that put them on the map. Written by Sharon Vaughn, This song was such an amazing tune, and I must admit it has its good feel of a country song and what have you. And I gotta say, this is probably one of the most coolest titled songs I could ever imagine hearing. I haven't heard this song in some time, but I do have fond memories of hearing the Y'all Come Back Saloon. Definitely. So if that's second and Elvira's third, what's number one? Hmm, you're gonna be in for a big surprise. Number one is Gonna Take a Law River. Now, this was released as. Let me. Sorry, let me go back. Yeah, this was released as the first single from 1988's Magahila. Written by John Kravitz and Mark Henley. This song was a song I actually grew up. I actually got to listen to when I was a kid, so that's why it's number one. Because I had heard this song a few times as a kid. Now, according to the history, the members of the Oaks had contacted Don Lanier, a friend of their record producer Jimmy Bowen, in 1987 to provide the group with up-tempo material. One of the songs recommended by Lanier was this song. The song's lyrics reference the Monongahela River in Pennsylvania. Now, group member Dwayne Allen stated that the members all liked the sound of the name Monongahela and thus named the corresponding album that. Anyway, this was really something. Now, originally, now this is the only song of theirs I've heard that features, well, the guy who replaced William Lee Golden in the group's lineup, Steve Sanders. I must say, he does an exceptionally good job, but all the others do such a good job. Now, of course, in 2011, the group re-recorded the song with a new arrangement and tenor singer Mr. Bonsall on lead vocals for their project for Cracker Barrel Old Country Store called It's Only Natural. And the album includes songs originally sung by Sanders, and the lineup included William Lee Golden on the baritone vocals. Anyway, this song was such a big hit, it did go to number one, and still remains as one of my favorites. If you haven't seen the video for this classic, I would recommend you check it out. Believe me, I love what they do with Joe at the in the end. Definitely. Okay, that's going to do for this ranking. What did you think of this ranking? What's your favorite Elk Ridge Boys song? Do you have a top favorite? Maybe a top three, a top five, or a top 10? Please feel free to let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, consider clicking the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, make it grow and make the views grow. And join me tomorrow morning for my Saturday morning TV log on Little Rosie. So if you like this, consider checking out these other rankings. And these are all going to be country music. In the upper left-hand corner is the first part of my Alabama songs ranking, the 1980s. The upper right-hand corner is the second part for their 90s songs. Or go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my ranking of my favorite Garth Brooks songs. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya and rest in peace, Joe Bonsall. You are a great member of the Oaks. Definitely. Bye now.